Hi, and welcome to episode 38 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is January 8th, 2017. This is take 3. We finally turned on the mic.
Yep.
So, Happy New Year. I'm Sandy.
It's been a while.
It has.
Yes.
So, I'm Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits.
And I'm Kelly, also known as Pearly Girl 75. And we've got Lucy with us today, who is a little under the weather with an upper respiratory infection, who might be coughing later. We don't know. She's on some cough medicine. Not like Robitussin, like legit stuff from the vet.
Can dogs even take Robitussin?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I know they can take Pepto.
Yeah, I don't know. She's on like some antibiotics too, so it's been a joy around my house getting medicine in her.
And I'm getting over a sinus infection, so.
And I'm getting ready to go out of town, so it'll be John's job for several days to get medicine in her, like twice a day. Yeah. It's like a pill once a day, and she's usually really good about pills. Like not, I mean, you have to like stick it down her throat, but still.
Well, yeah,
But the liquid,
Oh.
She's fighting me on the liquid. Yeah, even with a little syringe and everything, it's been bad. So.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where I am on this thing.
So anyway, it's been a while since we've recorded an episode. Things have been crazy.
Yeah, work
So
and holidays. And then more holidays. And then I got sick.
Yes.
And then more work.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome. So we hope everybody had a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year. Yes, I just said happy Christmas.
And a happy Hanukkah and whatever else, yes. All of the holidays that are around that time.
Yes.
Well, we'll start out. I have some new things because it's been like 2 months. So anyway.
I really don't have all the stuff that I was going to bring because
you'll have to bring it next time.
It will be a slow.
In 2 weeks. You heard that here. Two weeks. I was like, you heard that here. So I got in some club shipments. That's what my new stuff is.
Yay.
So I got in, and this is like from November, so it's okay to show, my Into the World club from November, which was an 80-20 Superwash BFL nylon mix, and it is Bounty Hunter's Picnic.
Did we not have one after?
The last one we did was your birthday, November 13th, and I got this like that week.
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a while. So anyway, so I think it's like since it's Bounty Hunters, I don't know if maybe it's supposed to be like Boba Fett's colors. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's not something I normally would spin, so we'll see if I actually spin it or find another home for it. I also got the Into the World December shipment.
Yay!
Which is Romney, and it is 11s in the Shire, so that's like what Lord of the Rings Hobbit stuff. So anyway, that's more along my colors, kind of. I mean, the green there's brown in it too. So I don't know. I haven't really spun brown a lot, so I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
a little surprising because you always knit a lot of it.
I do, and I also got in my December Nest Fiber Club shipment because I'm in the 2 fiber clubs.
Yes.
And this is a Superwash Merino silk called Noel, which is all Christmassy colored, and came with a cute little ornament attached to it.
So now you're gonna have to put up a tree.
Well,
next year.
So anyway, that's it for me for new things. I am, like I said earlier, getting ready to go on a trip to New York, and it just so happens it is the weekend of Vogue Knitting Live. And it's at a hotel that not only is it right like a couple blocks away from me, but Saturday night we're seeing On Your Feet at the Marquis Theater, and we have a former student who graduated from our school who's performing, who actually went on as the lead, like understudied as the lead last night.
Oh wow.
We're seeing that on Saturday night, and I was telling the acting teacher at my school, I was like, oh yeah, there's this knitting thing, whatever. I have to tell you 2 quick things about this. So I was like, oh yeah, because I don't think I've even told you this. No, I haven't. So
we haven't really seen each other.
I know. So I'm like, and I couldn't convey this in a text. So I'm like, yeah, so there's this knitting thing happening, blah, blah, blah. It's at the Marriott Marquis, whatever. I said, I know it's not too far from our hotel. We have a little free time in the weekend. Maybe I'll go over for a couple hours. It's like $20 to get into the marketplace, but I think I will probably still do it even just for a couple of hours because the other stuff to do that they give us a list is like museums that are a lot farther away, and it's like $25 to get in. And I really want to go to the museums, but I don't want to pay $25 to only be able to spend an hour or two there. I don't want to, and not even just the money. It's just like there's not enough time because we have like a block of like 4 hours one afternoon and 4 hours the next afternoon, that type of thing. And by the time you get there, because they're like not that close. So anyway, but $20 for a knitting thing. Anyway, so I'm telling her, well, yeah, oh yeah, it's at the Marriott Marquis. She's like, oh, that's really close to our hotel. I was like, oh, I know. I've already looked at it up on the map and everything. And she says, and we're seeing On Your Feet at the Marquis Theater, which is right next to that hotel on Saturday. She goes, so if you want to, you should go on Saturday afternoon, grab something for dinner, and just meet us at the theater that night instead of going back to the hotel. I was like,
You're like,
think about it.
I might.
So anyway, so then she tells Nick, who's the co-sponsor, he's another teacher at our school, he's the co-sponsor of the thespian troupe. And so I see him in the hall. So I'm walking down the hall. And our halls are outdoors because it's Florida. So I'm walking down the hall in between classes, and I don't see him that often anymore because we have different lunch times and whatever. So I see him, and he runs up and he walks towards me, and I'm like, hey, are you excited? Like, our trip's like a week away or whatever. And he goes, yeah, are you excited about the knitting convention? Oh yeah, we're going to go get our knit on and do the knitting convention. He's like yelling this in the middle of the hall full of high schoolers and everything. And he's like, I know that's the most exciting part of the trip for you, isn't it? And I was like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You keep asking me for knit things too, like, ties and whatever, scarves. You see how much I've gotten done for you, and this is why.
Seriously.
But anyway, that does segue, the Vogue knitting segues kind of into some of my finished objects, because I have three finished objects. This is what happens when we don't podcast for 2 months. I have 3 finished objects. The first one I'm going to show, I finished this morning while I was doing laundry instead of taking a nap. And so I bought some fiber, and this is why I'm all excited about the Vogue knitting thing. I bought some fiber from Into the World when I was at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and it was in the Scissors Lizard Spot colorway, and I spun it on my spindle at work, in the mornings and at lunch or whatever, and I spun it, and I have since knit a project with it and finished it today.
Hold on. Is this the stuff that one of the people at your school kept on asking you?
Yes.
When are you going to get done?
What's it going to
make it? What are you going to make it?
Well, I've only been knitting on this for about a week and a half. Less than that, actually. I think maybe a week, and it's done. But I showed it to the student the other day, and she was like, oh my gosh, because she was surprised how large it was. But anyway, this is what
how many yards?
No, I worked on this maybe I started
Okay.
Christmas, because right before Christmas, because this was my car knitting on the way to the in-laws and my knitting at the movie theater. So it's been a couple weeks. It's been maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I've been working on it. But
how many yards did you get up spinning?
400 something. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's in my phone, which is in the other room.
Okay.
But anyway, and I used every last bit I could of it.
Awesome.
And I knit, it's a brioche stitch that I made. And it was a free pattern I found on Ravelry, just called Brioche Infinity Cowl or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So anyway, it doesn't look as pretty on the screen because the color's a little muted.
But it looks really pretty.
But I love it because it's so squishy, because it's the brioche stitch, which is my first time doing that.
Yeah, I haven't done brioche.
It's really not that hard. It looks really complicated. A lot of people are like, oh, brioche, and that, whatever. And I have 2 Craftsy classes on brioche that I was like, oh, and so I watched a little bit of one, and then I went on some YouTube videos, and ended up making this.
Oh, it's just
it's really not. Well, I mean, 2-color brioche I think is a totally different thing. I just did it in one. Yeah. So, and it goes really fast because you're doing, and it's a free pattern because but you're doing on your brioche stitch, you're yarning over, you're slipping a stitch, and you're knitting 2 together. I mean, all the way across. So you're only really knitting half the stitches. It's, 36 stitches across. I made mine smaller just because it was a thinner yarn and whatever, and I liked the size. So really, you're only really actually knitting 18 stitches each row. So it didn't take as long. But I like it, and I'm going to wear it, and this brings me back to the whole Vogue knitting thing. So Into the World is going to be a vendor at the marketplace at Vogue Knitting. So I can wear it and go into their booth and be like, look, I bought, and I could be like, I bought this fiber at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and now I'm stalking you at the Vogue Knitting Live wearing something I made from the fiber.
That is awesome.
Anyway, I have another spinning. Speaking of spinning, this is my Knitting in Color, which I totally didn't have the thing here telling me what it is, but it was Street something or another that Sandy gave me for, I think, my birthday maybe last year.
Maybe. There was a lot of colors, and I'm like, wow, she likes a lot of colors. I'm going to pick this one up.
And I got like 376 yards in this one. I know it's like, and so unprepared. Like the tag is somewhere in the other room, I think.
It's because it's the new year.
Yeah. Because I think that this is
like resolutions.
Yeah.
Being prepared.
Yeah. I didn't make any resolutions. But anyway, and again, it's a lot brighter in person. But it's and it was a mixture of a couple different fibers, I think. I don't remember. Like I said, the tag.
Stuff in there,
I have no idea, but it was like 380 something yards, and I spun it on spindles, and it's a chain ply, just like the other project I showed you. It was also.
But what weight is that?
Spindle. I don't know.
Like light?
Maybe it's like a
light medium or something.
A light medium.
Yeah.
What is that?
Like right in the middle. Because there's like
it's probably
the heavier one
of the fingering weight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be like in between. I don't know. Somewhere.
I like to make somewhere, my own sizes.
It's somewhere around fingering weight ish. It's probably between fingering and DK ish. In certain spots. I don't know. Just like this one, it's about the same. I don't know. I just know I had to knit that on like bigger needles because it said use bigger needles. And then
to make it
I know, and I love it. And I actually was thinking, because it was the other one was such an easy project. I was like, maybe I will ball this up and cast it on to be like my airplane knitting. To make another one, because I know when I was spinning this, you said you have to make a cowl out of this. That's what you said.
I don't remember
you
that,
did.
But okay.
I remember this, and you were like, you should make a cowl. You need to make a cowl out of it. And so
because you don't have enough.
I know. So I get, or like an infinity scarf or something. Yeah. So maybe I'll make the same pattern. We'll see. But it won't stripe up because it's not. It's more of a variegated. I think it'll look different.
Really
no, it'll look different. Yeah. It'll give it a different look. Whereas this one is all stripy and whatever. So the third finished project that I have is a huge project.
Yay.
And this is my not finished edges of stuff that's gonna fall all over me, all over New York.
Can you fix that for you?
Probably not. I probably don't have time. So it's my Daredevil hooded scarf. Oh yes, Daredevil. First time doing Intarsia. Thank you very much.
Are you gonna put it on?
I probably will. That I made and lined with some red plush fleece stuff.
Like lined in the pockets.
In the pockets are lined. It's got which I added the pockets. The pockets weren't part of the project, but it's got pockets. I lined the pockets because why not? I did all the lining on my sewing machine and whatever. And yeah. So this is for me to wear since our hotel is like right near Hell's Kitchen. So this is for me to wear on the like 2 days it's going to actually be cold there. Like they're having snow. Like they had snow yesterday. They had like 4 inches of snow. And we're getting possible maybe snow showers on Saturday evening, like when we're all asleep. So, and then rain the next day. So the snow will all be gone. And rain like the rest of the time I'm there. So we'll see. Because it's going to be warmer. But here it is. It's amazing.
I love it.
Yes. And I guess it doesn't have eye holes though, because I was like, I guess if your face gets cold, you could do this because it's big enough, but you can't see anything then. And then you would be like Daredevil.
Yes, but you could add eye holes.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'll deal with that. Yeah, well, that would be cutting through all these layers and whatever. But I like that I put the pockets in too, because they're nice and warm.
Yeah.
So, anyway, now my hair's going to be a horrible rat's nest right now, but whatever. So that is, that was also a free pattern on Ravelry that I'll have to link in the show notes because I don't have any of my notes on it here. But it was from someone I found. They do a bunch of these on Instagram. She does a bunch of like Intarsia type superhero looking sweaters and scarves and things. So
now what about that?
The kids are going to be like, we don't want to be seen with you. Some of them are Daredevil fans though, so you never know. That one over there, that I finished like 2 years ago. It's just I took it with me when we went down because it was chilly, like not cold, but a little cooler the day we had to go to that funeral over break. So that was my I might need a scarf type thing. But anyway, yeah, so I don't have anything I'm working on right now. I do have a little spindle project.
I do have finished objects.
I know, but but hold on. I have like a little spindle project, but I didn't bring it in here. So So pretty much that's it for me today, project-wise.
And I do have new objects.
Okay.
Yes, I
You're
don't
a
have
liar.
all my stuff.
You're like, I don't have anything.
No, I said I don't have most of my stuff.
Oh,
Yes. So I already showed you this when I was
yes.
over up north in Florida. So
Mhm.
not really north, still south.
Yes.
I saw that Lion Brand had a shawl and a ball,
Mm-hmm.
and this was very interesting colors that reminded me of something that I made
A while ago.
yeah, for somebody. And I'm like, hey, I can make her a shawl to match them.
Yes, there you go.
So,
if Lucy doesn't eat it first.
oh, she's just licking it a little bit and chewing on it. But so it's
She doesn't do that with my yarn.
so this is a cotton, acrylic, and other fiber. I don't really know what the other fiber is, but hey,
That's very interesting.
it really is.
Apparently, it's something that's dog approved.
At
The
least
other fiber
lucified.
Lucy really likes.
It's 518 yards. It's medium weight, and I got it for like $9. So not too bad. One ball is supposed to make one shawl,
Mm-hmm.
and then whoa! As I drop this, while I was at the Hobby Lobby where I got that, I got a single sock blocker
Oh.
that's in blue instead of yellow,
Uh-huh.
and I think it has a different thingy right up here.
I think so, yeah. Look, Lucy's got little bits of red things from my.
I know
scarf.
I finished and showed some of my socks going to my family,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember which ones. I know I didn't bring the knee-high ones, but I finished a pair of little socks for my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And
What yarn is that?
it was like the wool-free one.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it was either Premier or a Lion Brand one.
Okay.
But so I did that in just like the pinstripe pattern that was free on Ravelry.
Oh, okay.
Because I just needed something different.
Mm-hmm. Since you knit like 5,000.
Oh my gosh. That nobody's got them. I think I already showed these. But I never
Possibly.
weaved in the ends, I realized, when I was going through my bag. I have a pair of little ankle jaywalkers for my sister,
Mm-hmm.
which I did weave in the ends on them. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that was out of the the Patton's Croy,
Mm-hmm.
which we have like pretty much every single color, it seems like.
Yes, and I've made socks out of that colorway.
I've made a pair of socks for myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I have a pair for myself out of that color.
And then I think I already showed the pearlless monkeys for one of my other nieces. But
Yeah, these are for Christmas 2016, right?
Christmas-ish. So they were going to be for Christmas, and then work kind of came up. And then we decided, hey, instead of buying or making presents for everybody, let's do a Secret Santa the week before Christmas, even though we're all throughout the United States.
Right.
So I didn't get any of the names of people that I made socks for.
Of course.
I got one of my other nephews that is out in Hawaii. So I actually made him like a little photo album and gave him some candy and a bunch of other little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then my sister did send me a package, and I was planning on sending it sometime beginning of this year so they could use it.
Yeah.
In her package, there was like 5 or 6 skeins of homespun, which I've started a blanket and I'm almost finished with it. It's like a little throw lapgan.
Yeah.
It goes to like my chest and covers my feet. And I still have like 2 skeins left.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much further I get on it. But what I'm also going to send to my sister, and there's a present that I forgot to give to Josh that I found because I'm thinking, I'm like, no, I got my sister something else. Here in Florida, there's a guy named Greg. He makes the Hawaiian Island soap. And so that's his information. And it's kind of fun. They smell really good, but it's part of the Filthy Farm Girl stuff. So I got the Filthy Sister soap.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to send that to my sister. And if you think that I'm dirty, you should go meet my sister. Yeah, you should totally meet my sister. And then for Josh, because he loves planes, I got him the Filthy Pilot. And pull back on the stick and don't overshoot the landing strip. And I've had this before. It's really good. I have the Filthy Fireman. It's like an orange blossom. And that one was a present. So it has like coconut oil, palm oil, some different kind of oil. The sister one has like jasmine flowers and jasmine wax and sweet orange oil. No, just a lot of 100% natural, no yucky
Apparently,
stuff.
Lucy likes the smell of those things too.
Let's see. She likes, actually, yeah, both of them. You want to smell it?
Sure. I can't really smell it.
Okay.
That one smells very manly.
Well, that's like cinnamon. So the Pilot has like cinnamon and allspice.
Lucy, you're driving me crazy right now.
So I like it, and the guy is awesome. He goes to a little. Okay, let me move that away from the dog before she eats the soap.
I know.
Yeah, he goes to well, I guess it's not little, but the last Monday of the month, a place near me has a huge handmade like festival type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he brings his bunny rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was my eye. Wow. And I like to bring my dogs when I go there, and my dogs like the bunny rabbit, and they haven't eaten the bunny rabbit.
Good.
So it's always a good thing.
Yes.
The huge one, Klaus, is a little scared of the bunny rabbit when it starts to move, but other than that, he likes it when it's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious because people will go by and they're like, "Oh, he's gonna get the bunny." I'm like, "No, when the bunny moves, he's gonna jump back, so you better watch out."
Yep.
So I am making some baby socks at home, but I didn't bring it. I don't have the name of this pattern because my phone. Will you just stop trying to French kiss me? Yeah, my phone is having issues getting onto like the internet or working. Although half the time I am able to make calls. So I have this pot holder I'm making. It is a Knit Picks pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and it is 2 colors, so it's a little bit different than what I've done in the past, but it's still just as thick.
Yes.
And I like it.
Yeah.
It makes little crosses, and it's going to be like staggered crosses.
Mm-hmm.
And I started this a little bit ago and put it aside because of all the socks.
Yeah.
There's my one day reprieve between the socks after I finished my sister's and before I started on my last pair for my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming along. I think I'm going to end up making a few different colors. Then I have the blanket I didn't bring, and I think that's it that I'm working on right now.
Well, yeah, I was working on that scarf I finished today, and I have a little spinning that is in the other room. So 2 spinnings because I have one on the wheel, which I wasn't going to drag in here. So
I think I am going to make a pair of socks for myself out of the Spooky Town yarn that I got around.
Oh, yeah.
That, and I want to cast them on maybe tonight, so tomorrow night I can work on them during the Clemson game.
Because we're wearing our Clemson shirts.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's purple with orange heels. So, yay.
Yes.
I think it'd be
and the
perfect.
Clemson game, which is happening in Tampa.
It is.
Yes.
Actually, right across the street from my work.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be going to the office and working there. I'm going to try and work from home. Because it's going to be crazy.
Yes. Well, I was going to say, and downtown's been crazy this weekend because they've had at the convention center this big like fan fest thing happening and stuff along Riverwalk and everything. Now you get to listen to the soothing sounds of my dog licking Sandy's hand.
And if you didn't know this, I believe it's AT&T and Dr. Pepper have put together free Uber rides between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. for Tampa.
Yes.
And from what I saw, there wasn't any restrictions on where you can go in Tampa.
Well, I don't really need to Uber anywhere this weekend or tomorrow, so I don't know. John has like been saying though, because my flight leaves Friday morning at like, well, I have to meet my group there at like 5:30 Friday morning. John's like, you could just Uber there. And I was
You
like,
so should Uber there.
because he's
That's what
talking
we
about.
do now.
He's like, I can go drop you off, but then I have to get the dog medicine and blah blah blah, and I might take the day off work. I'm like, you don't need to take the day off work if you're going to drop me off at the airport at 5:30 in the morning. You can go home and whatever. He's like, I was like, if you take the day off work, then like pick me up on that Wednesday night at 11 o'clock at night and take the next day off. That's what I did.
I would Uber that too.
So I don't know. Anyway, we'll see.
Ubering is great.
Because I did Uber to and from the Straz Center recently.
And that was the first time you completely Ubered alone.
Yes. And the guy had a very hard time finding me, even though I was like right on the little map in the dot. And he's calling me, well, where are you? I'm like, I am at the intersection of blah, 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 whatever. Yeah. This is where I am. And he's like, well, I don't see that intersection. I'm like, well, do you know where this part of whatever the Performing Arts Center is, the little walkway across and whatever? I am right under that. And he's like, oh, hold on. And I'm watching him. I'm like, yeah, you're like, several streets away. That's not where I am. And then he got lost taking me home too. He like missed turns on the interstate and everything. I was like, oh my God, like an exit or something. I was like, this is, yeah.
Not all of them are like that.
I know. Because my one there was very good. Yeah, the one there was good. She kind of was like, why are you, I was like, just because. I don't feel like dealing with the traffic there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you can have a car issue or you're going to have a few drinks.
Yeah, so I was just like, why are you asking me this? But anyway, so yeah, we'll see. I have another show there January 28th, I think. It's for Cabaret. Still, the show that the two shows I really, really want to see, which is why I bought the season tickets. One of them is in March, and the other one is in June. So, and I have, I think, 4 shows left. So, one at the end of this. There's one, technically I have 5, because there's one the week that I'm in New York. Look, I've got red things all over me.
You might want to like lint roll it or
I
something.
have. I've lint rolled. I've done shaking, all sorts of stuff. I don't know, whatever.
Throw it in the dryer?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be a big, I don't know. I had to like vacuum the floor. It was everywhere. Yeah.
Sheet?
Maybe. I don't have any of those.
So books or TV shows?
Oh, well, first, let me mention a website of a new blog.
I figured that could be
yes.
part of
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say it's not either any of those things. But, my friend Mike, who Sandy knows too, he works in the arts and not works in, but does arts and crafts stuff too. And he has come up with a blog that is called The Naughty Tool. And I'll have to link it in the show notes, but it is not really geared towards men, but he's like, there aren't a whole lot of men's crafting blogs out there. Yeah. And so I know he did like a first post, and I know his second post is those little, because I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to make for my coworkers. And I don't have any of these because I gave them all away. But you take like the toilet paper roll and you take your scrap yarn and you make the little stocking cap or whatever. Well, he made some of those and then decided to improve upon them because like when he made his, he was trying to scent the yarn with essential oils. And then of course the toilet paper roll disintegrated. And
he should have put it on the toilet paper roll.
Well, because the oils were making the toilet paper roll like, because it's cardboard. And
anyway, one of the things like,
well, he was trying to send
the bathroom. You put like 1 or 2 drops on the.
He smokes, and so he was trying to get the smoky smell out of his yarn, I think.
Oh.
So he wanted to add some like peppermint oil, or I don't even know. But anyway, so he went ahead and he decided instead he bought that plastic canvas that you can sew and like make different things like. People make like tissue box holders and stuff out of it and everything. So he bought some of those and he made a little tutorial on his blog of how to do the same project, but using that instead so that it's like sturdier. Yeah. So it's like sturdier and I guess we'll keep for a lot longer. I have 2 of them down on my table. I didn't bring them upstairs because I'm a slacker. But anyway, because he gave me 2 of them for Christmas, like one for me and one for Dawn. And so anyway, so he's got a new blog. I'll have to link it. And he's planning on doing like little tutorials. I don't know if he's planning on doing video tutorials, but I know he did like one with pictures. And he's going to like review things and that type of stuff. Books and stuff. I'm working my way through the Harry Potter series this year. But I haven't had a lot of time to read, so I haven't gotten very far. I think I'm like almost done with book 3.
Have you watched anything new? I thought that you were.
Anything new? Well, I watched Westworld.
There we go.
I watched all of Westworld, like in a weekend.
I finished it.
Okay.
It wasn't like my favorite.
No, but it was still good.
Episode like 6 or 7 is when I'm like, okay, let's watch the next one.
Yeah.
The other ones were like,
so anyway,
fine, I'll just keep on going.
Anyway,
yeah.
So, well, the thing is too, like, I had like people at work hyping it up too, like every day. They're like, oh my gosh, this, whatever. So, anyway, so I watched Westworld. I don't think there's anything else new that I've watched. Sleepy Hollow and Grimm just came back on Friday night, and I caught up with those. And Crazy Ex-Girlfriend just returned. So, like it's like the final season of Grimm. It's season 4 of Sleepy Hollow, which just those 2 seasons just started, and of course, like, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend was on a winter break, and all the rest of my shows are on a winter break till like next week or the week after. Like, This Is Us comes back on Tuesday. So, yeah.
Well, while I was sick, I went through and I've had a few people tell me I need to watch The Crown.
Okay.
So I went through on Netflix and I finished season 1 of The Crown, and I actually did really enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
So, don't know when season 2 is going to be coming out, if it's already been played on TV or if it's going to be on Netflix soon.
I don't know. I thought that's not a Netflix original.
I don't know.
Netflix has been coming out with a lot of originals lately. Like, every time I open up Netflix, it's like our new original. I'm like, wait, that's something totally that I've not seen.
And then because of that, Netflix said, hey, you should watch Reign. So I started watching Reign. With Mary, Queen of Scots.
Yes.
And all I could think is, wow, this is a historic timepiece type movie with a lot of teenage drama.
Yes.
Like, okay.
I think Reign was like on the CW, but now the CW is all like DC and comic book shows.
Yeah.
Like all, like every night. Which I just saw on Facebook something about they all just got renewed. So I don't watch those. So I don't know. In fact, they've got a new one that's starting. I don't know if it already started or if it's about to start. That's called Riverdale, and it's supposed to be like a Twin Peaks type of murder mystery, except that it takes place in like Riverdale with like Archie and Jughead and Betty and Veronica. Like, it was like a modern take on that stuff with a murder mystery thrown into it. I don't know.
That is really interesting.
Yeah. So,
I did read a book. It took me like, I don't know when I started it. It was a while ago. And so I finally finished it. It's a teenage young adult book. It's called Partials, where it's one of the post-apocalyptic books.
Dystopian.
Yes.
Yes.
Where in our society we created artificial intelligence and it was people or robots that looked just like people, and they were
Westworld.
Yes, but they were our army.
Oh,
and they ended up turning on us, and we had a war with them, and they completely wiped, the human race almost out by releasing this virus that would like kill everybody, and apparently made it so no baby could survive. Like, people would give birth, and within a week the babies would end up dying from the virus.
Yeah.
And the teenager that became a doctor, and she was probably like 16 or 17, was studying this and was like, we need to get one of these partials, one of the soldiers, to look at it. Come to find out that there's a little bit more to it.
Oh.
And apparently she might have found a cure. I don't know. I'm not going to give away the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
But
you also watched The Magicians.
Oh, I did watch The Magicians.
Which is coming back the end of this month for season 2.
And that was really exciting. I was like, okay, it's going to be coming back soon.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I haven't read the books or anything.
Well, basically because like I read the books like last year or the year before or whatever. Maybe it was last year. Because I saw, that looks like an interesting TV show. Oh, there's a book series. Let me read the book series. So I read it because it was only 3 books. Pretty much they covered all of book 1 in like 3 episodes. And then went off on their own thing. But I mean, the guy who wrote the books is writing the stories for the TV show. So like, he's like the writer for the TV show. But basically, it's like, okay, well, I wrote these books, but I'm gonna keep the same characters and do stuff that doesn't happen at all in the books anywhere.
But seeing that I haven't read the books, I'm not as.
Because I'm sitting there going, well, when does this happen? And I'm going, wait, that didn't happen. Wait, what about this scene? Nope. Okay, yeah, like the part when they go, like, what is it, to like Antarctica or something as the geese or something, that's like almost the end of book 1. And it's like episode 2 or something like that in the TV series. I was like, because I was talking to one of my coworkers about it last year when the TV series came out, because I had just finished reading the book and he had read the books. And I was like, he's like, I said, hey, are you watching the TV series? He's like, yeah. He's like, he just did like book 1 in 1 episode. I was like, yeah, pretty much. For like 1.5 episodes. All right, book 1's done. Let's do other stuff. It's totally different.
Well, I like it so far. It's a nice mixture between like Narnia and Harry Potter.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm assuming that's what they were going for.
I think so, yes. The books are slightly a little more adult, though.
I was figuring.
Yeah.
So. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up reading the books eventually.
Well, movies. On Christmas Day, I saw the new Star Wars Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. It was okay. I like Star Wars. It's not part of the original, it's like an addendum, and I thought it was a little long. And yeah, it could have been told a lot shorter in a different format. But anyway, and I'm not like, people are very, very divided from what I found out online. Like, you either really like that movie or you really don't. There's no like, really in between. So, and that's from like fans. It's not like, oh, I hate Star Wars, I hate this movie. I like Star Wars. But anyway, then I saw on New Year's Day, because apparently I only go to the movies on holidays, because on like right after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, we went to the movies too. Yeah. Because I saw Fantastic Beasts right after the day after Thanksgiving.
That's when I was buying my new TV.
Yes, and that was very, very good. But on New Year's Day, I saw Disney's new movie Moana, which was also very good. So, and not just because the guy who wrote Hamilton wrote the music for it, because I'm a little biased there, but it was so good.
I don't think I even heard of that movie.
Oh, well, it's been out since like Thanksgiving. It's a Disney animated Pixar looking thing with like, they're Polynesian.
Oh, okay, yeah, yes. I have heard of it.
Yes. Where they had, and this is one of the things, because it was like a very girl empowering type of story, and whatever, and there was no like, there was really no like prince or whatever in the whole story. So that was really good, but it also like this body size of the characters like were a lot more realistic. Like, they were like all different shapes and sizes of people in it, and I thought that was really good. So,
not just like Cinderella, where the stepsisters that are different sizes and everybody else is.
No, they were pretty much the same. In Cinderella, the stepsisters were all like the same size.
Were they?
Yeah.
I've seen
Sleeping Beauty had like the little fairies were different sizes.
Okay, maybe it's Sleeping Beauty.
Yes. Where you had the one larger fairy.
Yeah.
And the other two, and they were all older.
No, it wasn't cartoon version.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the cartoons. Yeah. Because the cartoons where they have like the
they're always like
teeny tiny.
Barbie
and
shape.
even like, and this is getting like very controversial and whatever, but whatever. Even like in Brave, which was another very girl empowering, you don't need a prince type whatever movie. She was like not as skinny or whatever as the other Disney princesses, and had like the wild crazy hair. And then and she wasn't really a princess in the movie, but then of course they're like, she's a Disney princess now, and they like make them into a Disney whatever.
Yeah.
And when they made her into a Disney princess, they calmed down her hair and made her a lot skinnier. So hopefully they will not do that with Moana, but they probably will once she's inducted into the Disney princesses. There's also a thing now where they're like, since Disney owns Star Wars, and there's Princess Leia, that there are people thinking that like they should have Princess Leia in with all the Disney princesses, especially with the passing of Carrie Fisher recently.
Yeah.
So
I did see something about that.
Yes, and her mother.
I saw that too, the day after.
Yeah. So anyway, trying to think if there's anything else that I need to say. We both did really weird lip things there for a second. I looked away and looked back, and I was like, we were both doing really weird lip things. That's kind of okay. That'll be like the screen grab that YouTube will pick too.
That'd be awesome. I don't know why. I think it's because there's a fan and it's like chilly outside, so I'm like hunched over today.
Oh, I don't even have yeah. It well, so the high today is like in the 50s.
Yeah.
So this morning, I was out walking the dog at like 6 a.m. and it was like 35 with feels like 27. But I was like, I'm taking this as thinking, preparing for my trip. I was wearing my boots because I was trying to break them in. So I walked the dog twice today in my snow boots. And I'm sure people are like, what is wrong with this person? But whatever.
And I was out at 7 and I saw that sometime during the night the dogs started digging a hole in your fence. So I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts and filling it out. And I'm like, wow, it's a little cold. I can't feel my fingers. And I did a screenshot and it said, hey, it's 36 degrees. And I sent it to my sister and she sent it back over in Washington saying it's 34. I'm like, but I'm in Florida. So it doesn't count.
Yeah, my family, they got snow this weekend. So, yep. We shall see.
Yep. So I think that's it that we have for this first episode of the year.
Yes. Yes. So you can find us. I'm trying to think. We haven't done this in so long.
Do this?
No, we haven't done it
on
in so long.
social media.
Yes, you can find us on social media. Maybe if I could find us on social media. We are on Twitter as Two Crafty Stitches, where we post things saying like, "Hey, sorry, we won't have an episode," even though I said we would. And then also we're both on Instagram. That's probably what we're most active on is Instagram, and that is
Bits and Bits, where you can find the blanket that I didn't bring.
And Pearly Girl 75, where you can find a picture of the dog medicine that my dog got that said that she shouldn't be driving cars.
She shouldn't be
while taking it,
driver's license
or drinking alcohol. So hasn't been a fun weekend for her. We also have. We're on YouTube under Two Crafty Stitches, Crafties with a K. And also our blog is twocraftystitches.wordpress.com. Yeah. So our last episode had some audio issues, so don't apologize for that. I haven't even finished watching it to take show notes because I was like, which makes me sad because it was your awesome dinosaur birthday with the necklace and everything. So anyway. What can you do?
Yeah.
But anyway, we should be back, hopefully, in 2 weeks when I get back from my trip.
So happy crafting.
Bye.